So, good morning everyone, another founder in car. Today again out of the car of my wife, the BMW 330e, and that's because I'm dropping her off because she has broken her hand. So it's that finger, and then it's in the hand, the bone has been broken. So therefore it's better not to drive, of course. And normally a colleague can pick her up, but today I'm bringing her. I already brought her, and now we're returning to the home castle, of course. But this is also an important factor, also in your professional life, when you have your security net. So if something goes amiss, you break your arm or you break something else, or you become ill or whatever, that you can rely also a little bit on your colleagues or your social structure, for example your husband or your wife, or children, your father, your mother, brother, sister, etc. And of course also you can be friends. It does not need to be family or colleagues, but this helps a lot. And why is this of great importance also as an entrepreneur? It could very well be that as an entrepreneur you are the company, you're the only one, the only member, but then the social structure around you can help you, because especially if you're an entrepreneur and you don't have your safety net, in the case that if you're not working you still get paid, because no work is often equates no payday, then it's extremely important that your surroundings, your environment is helping you mitigate this drawback, so that you can still bring home the bacon, that you still are able to get some income so you can keep floating. You yourself can also become this safety net. If you are an entrepreneur for a while and you have a little bit of savings in your company, so even if you don't have income, you can rely on those savings to a degree, so that you can overcome this period. Sorry, having to sneeze again. So in this case, always think about it like that. And there's also another way that you can do this. So for example, if you're multiple entrepreneurs, let's see how we turn this off. So for example, you're multiple entrepreneurs and you are in the same branch. For example, you're in the cleaning branch, and one cleaner becomes ill and the other one just has his regular pay. If they can help you mitigate this, so for example share some of the pay that they made and give it to you, and the other one does the same for at least a period of 2 or 3 months, this of course is an excellent insurance for problems that could arise and are now being dealt with. But this also can be problematic. And why is that? Because if it's you're just getting sick or ill, or you break your hand or arm or leg or whatever, this can be a solution. But oftentimes there can also be other reasons that you're not getting paid, because for example there's an economic downfall where something else is happening, and if that is the latter one thing is the case, it will be quite hard, because the other party, the other cleaner in this example, also has the same troubles. And if that is the case, it will be hard for him to share the little money that he is still making. So please keep this in mind as well, and be realistic, because there can be plans and there can be things put into place, but oftentimes the nature of reality is a lot more harsh, which makes it a lot harder to just do it like that. So it could be that you are thinking that this is a good way to solve it, and it can be, but also look at the feasibility. Is it probable that you can rely on this? Another thing that you can do if you're an entrepreneur for a longer time, of course, I mentioned you could have some savings, but you could also have some assets in play. So if you have some assets there, short, an asset is a little bit the same like a saving. Although only an asset is also producing something. You can also put your savings into liabilities, so something that depreciates in time. So that's not producing but taking away a little bit of your savings every time. For example, most cars are like this. Or you can put it in like an asset, for example, storage box that you are lending out to other people, so you get some minimal amount of income, but still that is coming in regardless of your ability to work yourself. So this can be something to take into consideration if you have a lot of savings or you have some assets. This will help you be less fragile also as an entrepreneur. And this can be the same if you're an employee. It's not that you're an employee that you cannot produce assets that will help you produce some income regardless of the amount of time that you are able to put in. But as an employee, you have a less risk-driven, how do you say this? Less short-term risk when you are an employee. It could be that in the long term you have more risk, because even if you're performing very excellent as an employee, it could be that you will be laid off because of reasons, or new owner, or they're just selling the entire club and they want to put in their own men and women employees. So that could be a drawback on the longer run. But oftentimes on the longer run you also have multiple ways to mitigate that, because the time frame is longer that you are able to think or change your behavior to deal with this. So I hope this little video gives you some insights here and there. Founder in Car, out.